Okay, first thing I have to mention, we're going to get a Master Duel in the next episode, which is something I've been really looking forward to. I mean, the speed duels, they've been okay, but I've been looking forward to an actual full proper duel, just to see how it sort of distinguishes itself from these speed duels that we've been having. Getting that in the next episode I think is pretty damn awesome. The stage looks pretty cool as well. I just like them standing still for some reason. I know, which is weird to say, because the reason that they have all these elaborate duels now is just so that the audience is like more visually like engaged, like they're always moving around. Wow, this is amazing, compared to like other series where they just stand still and they duel with the monsters in front of them, which I was absolutely fine with to begin with, but obviously they want to change it up for newer people and things like that. But Master Duel in the next episode, can't wait, looks sick. What this means, if we're having a Master Duel in the next episode, then this duel I do believe is going to end in a draw, because what we see at the end of this episode is Yusaku about to lose. However, he does have a face down card, so I imagine it'll be something that, oh, you take the damage as well as you take the damage, like they inflict damage on each other. So we're going to have a draw in the speed duel, I do believe, and then he's going to be like, well, we can't end this on a draw, one of us must win or lose, so we'll go over to the Master Duel place and we'll play again. And it'd be kind of ironic if they drew again, and then maybe they have one more duel. They have an action duel. Let's go really old school. We'll have an action duel next. And then they have a Yu-Gi-Oh 5D's card game on motorcycle duel. And they just keep drawing. They're like, I don't know what to do. Should we just rock, paper, scissors for it or something? So maybe they're just really equally matched as opponents. That could be something quite interesting to see. But I do think we're going to get a decision on whether Yusaku is going to win or lose. Because apparently these duels are going to take 5 episodes altogether. If we include the one last week, are we 2 episodes in or are we just 1 episode in? Curious, we'll have to see. Don't base that on fact. One of my subscribers told me that. I don't know if it's true or not. So, we learn a little bit more about Revolver in this episode. We know that he dislikes AI, and he dislikes the internet, basically, as he says that people live in this internet world, and it's not real. It's a fictitious world, and people have forgot what reality is, and I plan to stop that. It's an interesting motivation for his character, considering as well that he is a hacker, and I think Ignis says something about it as well. It's like he's a hacker, but he dislikes the internet. It doesn't make any sense. But he's not wrong, really. I mean, like, in this world, people are spending all their time inside of this VR space, inside of a make-believe world, you know, so to speak. So he dislikes the fact that people are spending all their time inside of there when they should be spending it out in the real world. This could be reflected by whoever he's trying to save, that guy that looked like he was in a coma or something. So, because, let's just say it's his father, because his father is trapped within his own mind, he can't actually live in the world. So he sees people that squander their life and spend it all in this make-believe world and not actually experience life itself. He dislikes those kind of people. So I think we can kind of see the motivation behind Revolver a little bit now, which, it's an interesting motivation. It's definitely better than some of the past evil characters that we've had before. But I don't know. Seems okay. So at the start of this duel, we get a turn 1 cracking dragon. Is it cracking or crackling? I think it's cracking dragon. And holy hell, that monster did some serious damage to Yusaku with its ability. However, he activated another card that let him special summon 2 tokens to his side of the field at the cost of 1,000 life points. However, it did allow Yusaku to get 2 monsters on his side of the field as well. However, he's sort of like, it don't matter, because you're going to take the damage for that. Yeah, but you've just given 2 monsters for tribute fodder and or link summoning, which is exactly what Yusaku does. So, if I'm honest with you, Revolver, I wouldn't use that card anymore. It's a bit too, helps your opponent out a bit too much, I think. Now, the problem I had stated before in one of my previous reviews has actually come back again, and that is the fact that when Yusaku link summons monsters, we go through that entire animation sequence, and it just keeps doing it. It just does it over and over and over again. And oh my god, it just takes so long. They even need to trim the fat right out of that. Just use it for like big boss monsters or something, because it's just so easy to notice they're trying to save on like animation budget or just trying to shorten down these episodes with things like that, and it annoys me a little bit. And I feel like this show could be better than that. Now, we actually had the first use of a link monster whose link marker points to the opponent's side of the field, and the main character saying that it's a shame that he didn't actually put his monster into that zone, because then I would have been able to benefit more off that. And he did that because he's a savvy duelist. He knows not to put it in a zone where the other link monster can affect it. He put it in the middle. So I'm glad we actually had that mentioned, because that is something that's going to affect the real world link summoning mechanic. So it's like an additional form of strategy now that you need to keep in mind. mind, where you place your monsters on the field is very important. So I wonder now, this is probably something that's, obviously I'm not that savvy in the real world card game anymore, but what's the card where, it's called like Century Switch or something like that, where it's like the artwork is a picture of like a chessboard and someone's moving the piece. Once per turn at the cost of like 100 life points, I think it's that, you can switch where your monsters are. I imagine cards like that might get a little bit of a resurgence now due to the introduction of Link Summoning. Curious. If you know the actual name of that card, let me know in the comment section below. Whoever tells me first, I'll give a big thumbs up to and call you awesome, if you don't mind. Now, Ignis mentioned a thing called Link Sense, which apparently Yusaku does. He can determine the worth of a duelist or something like that, or he can judge how powerful their Link abilities are, because he determined that Blue Angel and Go, they weren't as powerful as this Revolver character. So, I don't know, it doesn't really get established more than that, but we get like a little tiny flashback as a child. So something happened to him in the past which allowed him to gain this ability. We still don't understand it just yet, so it's not really worth going into. But it's, I imagine it's just like Dragon Ball Z. He can sense the power levels of other people or something like that. I'll take it. Pretty cool. Now, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has some funny names for some monsters every now and then, but I wouldn't have called my dragon Sniffer Dragon. I don't know why. He should have, like, when he summoned it, there should have just been, like, a little line of cocaine. Someone like Sniffer Dragon got, like, summoned. He was like, I'm Sniffer Dragon. I don't know. It's probably not, I don't know, why would you, Sniffer Dragon. I don't know. So it turns out Yusaku is not the only person that can use the Data Storms when he has less than 1,000 life points. Revolver can also use it, and as stated by Yusaku's friend, his Data Storm is even bigger than Yusaku's, which, weirdly enough, made me go straight to a dick joke. I don't know why. I think Sniffer Dragon just put me in a wrong place when I was watching this episode. But yeah, so he uses the Data Storm, and he whips out a very, very big monster. Now, the monster that he gets out is called, hold on one second, Topologic Bomber Dragon. Now, unfortunately, I think this is a really meh name. I was expecting some really cool name. I mean, Cracking Dragon is a cool name. I was kind of hoping that this monster would have an even better name. It doesn't, never mind. I'm sorry if you like the name. I'm just not a big fan of it. However, the monster is very powerful. Its first effect was it can nuke the entire main monster zone if a monster is special summoned to one of its link markers or something like that, especially since it has 4 link markers. That's going to happen. So it nuked the entire field, which was awesome. So it's just the monsters in the extra monster zone left, and then it destroyed a monster, and you'd think, oh, it was quite a powerful effect really to destroy all the monsters in the main monster zone. Pretty cool. No, it doesn't end there. He has the ability as well, when it destroys a monster by battle, it inflicts damage equal to the monster's attack to your opponent. Holy shit, that's overpowered. So yeah, the episode ends there. Yusaku may or may not take the damage in the next episode. Of course he will, but he'll inflict it somehow back at Revolver. Overall, I'm still enjoying the series. Interestingly, next episode will have broken the cycle of plot episode, duel episode, plot episode, duel episode. This one's going to be a duel episode and then another duel episode. Awesome. So then, guys, let me know what you thought in the comment section below. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you're enjoying the Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS series. But other than that, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Who do you think is going to win in the next episode? Let me know. Bye.